welcome to our daily news program coming to you from Canal, Algérie. To the headlines. Today marks the beginning of the month of Ramadan, and the President of the Republic congratulates the Algerian people on this blessed month. The President of the Republic exchanges best wishes with his Tunisian, Mauritanian and Egyptian counterparts, as well as the Qatari Emir. In an interview with Al Jazeera channel, the President of the Republic reiterates Algeria's firm positions towards several regional and international issues. And the Algerian football team takes on today Niger as part of the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Good evening and welcome back. Today, Thursday, is the first day of the blessed month of Ramadan, as announced by the Ministry of Religious Affairs and Endowments following the report of the Moon Sighting Commission. On this occasion, the President of the Republic extended in a televised address his best wishes to the Algerian people, calling on them to abide with the lofty values of this religious event. Let's have a listen to him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، وصل اللهم وسلم على حبيبنا وإمامنا سيدنا محمد، ألف صلاة وألف سلام عليه. أيتها المواطنات، أيها المواطنون، الحمد لله الذي وفقنا لبلوغ هذا الشهر العظيم في أجواء روحانية تجتمع فيها معاني الإيمان والأخوة بين كل الجزائريين في الداخل وفي الخارج. وبهذه المناسبة إنني أهيب بتجارنا النزهاء، وهم الأغلبية، وبالأخص تجار الأحياء، أن يساهموا كما عاهدناهم في زرع وبث روح التضامن والتعاون والرحمة، وبعث قيم الجزائر المتأصلة في مثل هذه المناسبات. لقد اتخذت الدولة كافة التدابير فيما يتعلق بتموين السوق، احترازا من أي تذبذب في التوزيع أو تلاعبات بقوت المواطنين، كما أدعو مواطنينا ومواطناتنا إلى تجنب العادات الاستهلاكية السيئة، وخصوصا التبذير بكل مظاهره. وفي الأخير أهنئكن وأهنئكم أنتم والجالية الجزائرية في الخارج بحلول هذا الشهر الكريم، راجين الرحمن الرحيم أن يشملنا بعفوه ورضوانه، ويتقبل صيامنا وقيامنا. صح رمضانكم. تحيا الجزائر حرة سيدة أبية. المجد والخلود لشهدائنا الأبرار، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
On his Twitter account, the President of the Republic wished a blessed Ramadan to all members of the People's National Army, where the air of the National Liberation Army across all units and the different military regions. May Allah protect you and help you preserve the country. I wish to all members of the National Gendarmerie, Police, Civil Defense and Customs a blessed Ramadan, wrote the President of the Republic in his official Twitter account. Ramadan Kareem to our doctors and the workers of the health sector. May Allah make it a blessed month to all of you, tweeted the President of the Republic. The President of the Republic held on Wednesday a phone conversation with his brother, the President of the Tunisian Republic, Kais Saied, during which they exchanged their best wishes on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan, wishing to the two peoples good health and progress. The President of the Republic also held on Wednesday a phone conversation with his brother, the President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al Ghazouani, during which he congratulated him on the occasion of the blessed month of Ramadan, wishing to the brotherly Mauritanian people good health and progress. And for his part, the Mauritanian President expressed his gratitude and wishes for the Algerian people to further development and progress. The President of the Republic held another phone conversation with his brother, the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, during which they congratulated each other on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan, praying Allah Almighty to grant prosperity to the two brotherly peoples. In the same context, the President of the Republic held a phone call with his brother, the Emir of the State of Qatar, Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. The two parties congratulated each other on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan, praying Allah Almighty to grant prosperity to the Qatari and the Algerian peoples. The President of the Republic held an interview with the channel Al Jazeera, in which several regional and international issues were discussed. More details with Melissa Kubash.
Several regional and international issues were evoked during this meeting. In his response about Algeria's relations with Tunisia, the President of the Republic affirmed that Algeria supports the brotherly country of Tunisia, stressing that President Kais Saied is elected and not appointed. Concerning the Western Saharan cause, the President affirmed that it's a decolonization issue and that Algeria will fight for the freedom of peoples, adding that the Sahrawi Republic is recognized by 74 states. The President of the Republic also clarified the relations between Algeria and Morocco and that they reached a point of no return, expressing his regret what these relations between the two neighboring countries have come to. Algeria's position concerning this is only a reaction, indicating that the borders have been closed for the past 43 years, which indicates law according to the President.
علاقة عادية لأن علاقتنا دائما فيها دبدبات
فوق وتحت
معروف.
As for the Algerian-French relations, the President of the Republic affirmed that they are fluctuating and have witnessed ups and downs. We've lived together for 132 years. We are a people that never forget history, nor our national memory, adding that the Algerian ambassador will return soon to Paris.
وما نتخلاش على تاريخنا وما نتخلاش على الذاكرة نتاعنا. السفير حتى لا يرجع لأن في عندنا جالية وعندنا
يعني قريبا سيعود السفير.
القنصلي لازم يقوموا به ولازم إن شاء الله مش مستبعد. مؤهلة نعم. الجزائر مؤهلة. الجزائر.
Concerning the Ukraine crisis, the President indicated that Algeria is a potential mediator, as it is considered among the few countries that have enough credibility, adding that Algeria doesn't play this role unless it ensures positive results.
الجزائر ما تتدخلش في وسطها إذا كان ما تضمنش النتيجة الإيجابية.
In a new development, the French activist, writer and friend of the Algerian Revolution, Monique Evrault, passed away on Tuesday at the age of 95. On this occasion, the President of the Republic sent a message of condolences to the family and friends of Evrault, in which he harked back on the long and rich career of the late, notably her noble position regarding the glorious Algerian Revolution, forever engraved in history. May Allah receive her in his vast paradise, concluded the President of the Republic. In other news, Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdulrahman chaired on Wednesday a cabinet meeting during which several files related to the agriculture and public works sectors were reviewed, according to a communique released by the Prime Ministry services. And the Algerians abroad are all getting ready to welcome the holy month of Ramadan. In France, for example, the markets and shops offer a variety of products for all tastes. Story by Najah Diyar.
On this Ramadan's Eve, the ambience of the holy month preparations in Paris' Barbès district are just the same as in Algeria. The Algerians are buying shrimps, squid and many other types of fish that are used in the Algerian traditional dishes like pastilla and al-burek. The crisis and the demonstrations that France witnessed recently caused a delay in the necessary iftar food import. Finally, we have received goods this morning by plane. Now, Algerian dates are available, the dates that are appreciated by the whole world and very necessary on the iftar table. The Algerian generosity mixed with the Algerian table authenticity marked this period of the holy month preparations. All the Algerian products and brands are available, such as El Frik, spices and Nouara pudding, all at a reasonable price.
We do not raise the products' prices, and if someone has not enough money, then it's for free in this holy month. I learned the Boufarik Zlabia recipe from my ancestors. It's an irreplaceable dessert in Ramadan.
The Algerian community abroad celebrates the holy month with the traditions and the Algerian products that always evoke nostalgia for the home country.
بالخير إن شاء الله وربي معكم إن شاء الله مسلمين علاش لا تزاهنوا فيف CRP أختي تحية CRP وناس بكم
انتم صحة رمضانكم نجوزوه بصحة ولهنا إن شاء الله العقوبة كل عام وفيف الجيري وتحية الجزائر.
In the context of the fight against terrorism and thanks to the high-quality efforts of the security services belonging to the Ministry of National Defense, the terrorist named Malouki Husseini, known as Abdel Jalil, surrendered himself to the military authorities in Burj Baji Mukhtar in the 6th Military Region. This terrorist joined the terrorist groups active in the Sahel region in 2011. He had in his possession 1 Kalashnikov, a charger, and a quantity of ammunition. This operation consolidates the vigilance and determination of the People's National Army to preserve the stability of the country. As part of the continuous efforts to fight against terrorism, combined detachments of the National People's Army arrested 9 elements supporting terrorist groups in separate operations across the national territory. And in the context of the fight against organized crime and the scourge of drug trafficking in our country, combined detachments of the National People's Army, in coordination with the various security services, arrested during several operations carried out throughout the military regions 39 drug traffickers and thwarted attempts to introduce quantities of drugs from the borders with Morocco, amounting to 2 quintals and 18 kilograms of processed keef, and seized more than 87,000 psychotropic tablets. In Tamaraset, Burj Baji Mukhtar, Ingazam, Tindouf and Janet, detachments of the National People's Army intercepted 635 individuals and seized 23 vehicles, 205 generators, 137 jackhammers, 7 metal detectors, as well as quantities of explosives, detonation tools and equipment used in illegal gold mining operations, while 14 other individuals were arrested and 6 shotguns, 4.5 quintals of tobacco, 16 tons of foodstuffs intended for smuggling and speculation were seized in separate operations. On the other hand, the border guards, in coordination with the services of National Gendarmerie, thwarted attempts to smuggle large quantities of fuel amounting to more than 98,000 liters in Burj Baji Mukhtar, Soughahras, Al-Tarif and Tibissa provinces. crisis. For their part, the Coast Guards foiled attempts of illegal immigration and rescued 132 individuals on board of homemade boats, while 220 illegal immigrants of different nationalities were arrested throughout the national territory. And Venezuela reiterates its support for the Sahrawi cause. This was during a meeting that gathered the presidents of the two countries. Brahim Ghali continues his state visit to Caracas, where he was called upon to further consolidate the relations and cooperation between the two brotherly countries. Report by Ines Killo.
During his visit to Venezuela, the Sahrawi president Brahim Ghali received a warm welcome from his Venezuelan counterpart Nicolas Maduro, who honored him with the Simon Bolivar sword, symbol of the victory of the Bolivarian Revolution, as a token of support for the Sahrawi people. Nicolas Maduro reaffirmed his country's commitment to defend the Sahrawi cause and all causes of liberation until decolonization.
We consider the visit of the Sahrawi president a new impetus, and I would like to reaffirm my commitment to defending the Sahrawi people and their determination to continue the struggle for liberation, and at the same time reaffirm Venezuela's position towards African issues, particularly the Sahrawi issue.
For his part, Ibrahim Ghali hailed Venezuela's steadfast position towards the Sahrawi issue. The two presidents also discussed during their discussions the bilateral relations between the two countries and the ways to upgrade them at the highest level to serve the interest of the two peoples and brotherly countries.
The relations between Venezuela and Africa are important because both countries share a common past and the struggle for freedom and independence. We have promising prospects in developing cooperation in various fields. I reaffirm once again the commitment of the Sahrawi Arab Republic to work in this direction as a founding member of the African Union.
The talks were crowned with the signing of 11 cooperation agreements between the RUSD and Venezuela in various sectors, including that of education and higher education, culture, health, agriculture and water, which also provides scholarships for university positions for hundreds of Sahrawi students who will soon arrive in Venezuela.
In other news, the European Parliament is to discuss the issue of human rights and freedom of press in Morocco, also the Makhzen justice arbitrary convictions and the imprisonment conditions in Morocco jails. Najah Tayyar has the details.
18th setback for the Makhzen following the decision of the European Parliament to hold today a meeting under the motto Moroccan-European relations in the light of human rights and freedom of the press. A meeting during which we'll review the situation of the detained journalists Omar Radi and Suleiman Raisuni. The Makhzen justice had sentenced journalists Omar Radi and Suleiman Raisuni to 5 and 6 years in prison after a series of trials marked with irregularity according to the Moroccan and international human rights organizations. Since the outbreak of the biggest corruption scandal in the European Parliament, in which the Makhzen regime is heavily involved, the Continental Institution has opened several files concerning human rights violations in Morocco. On January 19th, MPs strongly criticized the deterioration of press freedom in Morocco, asking for improvements about human rights situation in the country. MPs had also, among other things, urged Morocco to put an end to the digital surveillance of journalists, in particular via the Zionist spyware Pegasus, and called on the European Union member governments to stop exporting surveillance technologies to Morocco in accordance with the European Union regulation on dual-use goods, and continue to raise the cases of detained journalists and political prisoners with the Moroccan authorities. As a reminder, on February 7th, the European Parliament Group of Solidarity with the Sahrawi people held a conference in the European Parliament, during which the Sahrawi human rights activist Sultana Khaya highlighted the situation in the occupied Western Sahara and violations of the Moroccan occupier against Sahrawi civilians.
In other contexts, the French President Emmanuel Macron finally broke his silence and spoke in support of his government against the social turmoil unleashed by the controversial pension reform and plunged the country into a political and social crisis. The situation is likely to worsen following his recent statements. Ines Kilou has the details.
French President Emmanuel Macron finally broke silence after weeks of social turmoil. The president has repeated in an interview with the French press his desire to the pension reform to enter into force before the end of the year, a law providing for a reduction of the legal age from 62 to 64 years old. While the government is always subject to critics by opponents, Macron confirmed that the Prime Minister still has her confidence and that she has neither dissolved the National Assembly nor amended the government nor called for a referendum on his decried reform. This long-awaited presidential interview has already got the opposition refusal, such as the leader of the far right in France, Marine Le Pen, and the leader of the left, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who in turn criticized Macron's policy on this highly controversial policy. Angry reactions also on the part of the trade unions, which organized and staged a huge peaceful protest for 2 months, but nothing helped. Since March 16th, when this article was introduced, the protest has shown signs of becoming more radical. Tense exchanges between protests and police take place every evening, particularly in Paris, the capital. Nearly 1,000 people have been arrested. Several NGOs have rightly condemned the excessive use of force and arbitrary arrests. On the eve of the 9th day of the national mobilization against reform, the port of Marseille was closed on Wednesday, and the motorway that forms the main entrance to the second city in France was closed for several hours. The National Rail Company has indicated that the traffic will be severely disrupted.
Back to local news. The national football team takes on today Niger here in Algiers as part of the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. The national squad are called upon to win so as to secure the most favorable conditions for the away game slated for March 27th. So let's wish all the best for our Desert Warriors. And with that, we come to the end for today's program. Once again, we wish you Ramadan Kareem. Thank you for watching us, and goodbye.